Let's all find some zen with the bees. Coronavirus is not going away yet, and it's easy to be stressed. But let me suggest that we all need to take a break. So if you can get outside, take a walk, look at a tree, smell a flower. And now let's spend a few minutes to relax and be zen with the bees. I'll continue to describe treatments for Varroa mites. So one of the treatments is something called oxalic acid, and oxalic acid is found in carrots, among other things. One of the proponents of this is Randy Oliver. He has a wonderful website called Scientific Beekeeping, and he has some good videos to tell you how to do this. So there's a couple techniques. One is to use to squirt the oxalic acid into the colonies, and another is to use a vaporizer. And so if you're using a vaporizer, you should really use a mask, because particularly in this time of coronavirus, you don't want to do anything to damage your lungs. So I've got this particular gnarly looking mask here with some very good filters on them, and that will protect us against accidentally getting any of that into our lungs. And oh look, we've got ourselves a little caterpillar who's kind of crawled up into my mask as I let it lay there. Huh. Well, Guy, we'll make sure that you land on the ground in the right place there, huh? Here, let's just get you down onto the ground and find a nice place. Yeah, there you go. Get there in the leaves. So we're going to treat this particular colony here with the oxalic acid, and we've taken the honey supers off, and now we've got this. This is the applicator. We've just put a little bit of the oxalic acid in the cup there, and you can see that I've got a battery here, a car battery. I went to Big O Tires and bought a used battery for 15 bucks, so that'll work. What I'm going to do is insert that applicator and then stuff all of the holes with rags, so we won't let any of the oxalic acid out, or very little. And then at that point, we're going to attach the leads to the battery, let it run for just a minute or two, and what will happen is all of the oxalic acid will be vaporized. It will fill the colony boxes, the hive boxes, and then it will sublimate onto the wings of the bees. So it will stick to their wings. And what happens when that occurs is that the bees can resist oxalic acid much better than the Varroa mites, and it actually causes the Varroa mites' claws to not work very well, and they let go and they fall off the bees. So that gets rid of them. Very important to get rid of these Varroa mites. Now I'm going to stand well back from this hive box while we are treating with the oxalic acid. And what's happening is the battery is putting a little bit of heat into that cup, and it's heating up the oxalic acid, and it's going to fill that box. I mentioned Randy Oliver, and he said in a workshop I attended with him that you're either a beekeeper or you're a Varroa keeper. And if you don't treat for Varroa, well, then you're a Varroa keeper. And your colonies then will carry that pest to all your neighbors, and you're not doing anyone a favor. So you have to treat for Varroa. Now we can see a little bit of the oxalic acid kind of leaking out the sides, but we're going to stand upwind from it and well away from it, and that oxalic will be gone in just a bit here. A lot of the commercial beekeepers, I believe, will use the squirt method because it's far easier and faster to do if you've got many hives. But we've just got a few here, so we could take our time, not in any hurry. Now, there's some advice for the beginning and every beekeeper. Please treat for the Varroa mite. I hope you enjoyed this social distancing with the bees.